Probably heard atheists try to debunk Christianity, pointing out certain things that God did that they do not like. But can their own worldview even sustain the idea of morality in the first place? Now, there are actually a lot more problems with atheist morality than you may realize, and I really have not found any other solution to them other than the one I used when I was an atheist, which was to pretty much disregard morality entirely, and just say that all the things often regarded as immoral are completely okay and there's nothing wrong with them, which I hope you can see is an absolutely horrible worldview to have. However, most atheists are not as logically consistent and, well, mentally insane as I used to be. So pointing out these problems with their morality is still a pretty decent argument to use to show some of the inconsistencies in their worldview. So the first problem is that naturalistic atheism could not have any concept of an objective morality, because morality isn't just some material thing that exists somewhere in the universe, so it cannot be objective. This is why most atheists suggest morality is subjective, which may seem fine on the surface, but the concept is actually very flawed. If you ask an atheist what subjective morality relies on, they'll usually give one of two answers. Either they'll say that society determines the correct morality, or that they are just the one who determines what's right and wrong. So the problem with saying that morality is determined by societal standards is that society has been wrong about morality many times. Let's say slavery, for example. If you ask an atheist if they would support slavery if they lived in 18th century United States, they would probably say no, but that isn't consistent with their worldview, because society is what determines morality, and 18th century American society supported slavery. The atheist might say that society was just wrong, but you cannot make that claim without appealing to objective morality, which cannot exist within the naturalistic worldview. Now, the problem with saying that morality is determined by each individual is that it's completely arbitrary, because morality is just determined by how everyone feels. I mean, why would it be wrong for a murderer to murder if he thinks that murder is morally acceptable? After all, it's just the chemical reactions in his brain that happened in that specific way that made him believe that. Who are you to tell him that his chemical reactions are wrong and yours are right? This is why atheism simply does not work. It attempts to get rid of God, who is the foundation upon which society is built. He is the one who holds society together. Without him, we would all quickly fall apart.